Welcome into the Dice Dragons Guild. In this hall, we unite under one banner. Live by the die.
Die by the die.
Oh, that's started great.
I am Izzi, your lore master.
I need to feng shui it.
And with me today, I have...
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Malachi Morningstar. He is a Dampier Hexblade Warlock, and I rolled a 12.
A 12 plus 2. Plus 2 for a 14. All right. Let's go counterclockwise.
Oh, hi. Hi, I'm Julie. I play Kethra Evermoon, a Circle of the Moon druid, a human, and I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
Hey.
You built up all those nat 1s for a while.
I
Cashed them in.
5 of them in a row. I was like, come on, man.
All right.
Hi, my name's Amanda. I play Iolite. She's a Circle of Stars, Earth Genasi druid. I never do it in that order.
Nope, yeah, I totally messed that up.
I always do it exactly the same. I rolled a 16.
Okay.
Nice.
Is that plus 3?
2.
2. Okay. All right, Ayla.
I'm Cuba. I play Ayla Myrea. She is a tiefling glamour bard, and I rolled a 4.
A 4 plus 3.
4. Plus
4 for an 8.
4. Yep.
Okay, last but not least.
And I'm Adam. I play Eldon Strackhaven. He is a human Drake Warden Ranger, and I rolled an 11.
An 11.
I'm probably not talking into the mic.
For a 17, though, right? That's plus 6?
plus 5.
Plus 5. All right, so 16. Okay,
I wish it was plus 6.
so we've got Kethra leading things up, then Iolite, Eldon, Malachi, and Ayla.
I'm always last. I'm like,
You're always first. What are
no,
you
I'm
talking
always last. I should be going first all the time to help boost everybody.
Should have took
roll
the alert
better.
feat.
about? Gives you plus 5. Can't be surprised.
You can follow us for free on Patreon and on YouTube, and watch our VODs to support our channel. Patreon patrons will have access to the podcast version a little bit early. For merch, you can go to tinyurl.com/DDG merch. We got Feeling Cute Might Smite Later. We've got our logo, Woven Fates, Live by the Die, Die by the Die, and a couple of different options. And everything that you buy reps us out there in the world and also supports our endeavors. Thank you so much to Monument Studios Fantasy Plus, Michael Gelfi Studios, Alexander Miller, aka the Boy King of Idaho, and Kevin McLeod from Incompetech for our ambiance and our background music. Links can be found in the show notes. Cons and events, definitely going to Captain Con in January of 2026, actually the last weekend of January rolling into February. I'm also planning on going to Blurred Con, dying to go for years, so that is on my list. The first weekend of March. I think we have others out there. I know PAX Unplugged is in November. Not going to that, but would love to next year maybe. Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
Yeah, we went to the Ren Fair yesterday and didn't
And we're
get
all a
home
little rough
until...
today.
Whew. All right. Before we get started, check out this scribequill.com recap with character art by Mibble Art on Instagram and backgrounds from Beneos Battle Maps on Patreon. And don't forget to
Like, share, subscribe.
Last session, the Woven Fates passed through a secret entrance into the lair of the vampire Lhorus. They journeyed through magnificent halls carved from stone and rose-colored crystal, the air thick with ancient magic and silence. As they entered a grand atrium, their eyes fell upon Bloodletter, the legendary sword of Dagon of the Dawn's Light, driven deep into a central crystal. At its sight, Malachi was violently thrust into a waking vision from the perspective of the Raven Queen herself. He watched her champion, Dagon, fall to his enemies, and then witnessed his spirit in the void, refusing to follow her to his final rest, leaving the goddess with a guilt she had never known. When Malachi's vision ended, the party realized they were not alone. The atrium was filled with hundreds of vampires, their collective gaze fixed upon the newcomers. From a throne of bone and crystal, a tall silver-haired elf descended, Lhorus. He approached Malachi and called him son, confirming the truth of his parentage. Lhorus treated the party as his guests, leading them away from his court to a private dining hall to speak freely. As discussion amongst the woven fates turned to the divine rot coursing through Eldon and Kai's veins, Lhorus came to the revelation that the Raven Queen's refusal to cure Kai of its effects was another one of her tactics to gain what she wanted from him. Leverage against Lhorus to perhaps coerce Malachi into forgiving her on Dagon's behalf, which she hopes would finally allow his ancestors' spirit peace.
Lhorus also spoke of his own war. His fortress was the last bastion against the forces of Samael, an even more ancient and insane vampire who was preparing for a final assault as punishment for Lhorus's betrayal in bringing Kai, and by extension the lost soul of one of the greatest vampire hunters ever known, into existence. The party learned they had entered a losing battle. Later that evening, Iolite confronted Eldon about his worsening condition. She attempted to use her gloves of hope to heal him, but the power of the rot lashed out, causing her pain and showing her a horrifying glimpse of the entity Moanda. Feeling the weight of destiny, Malachi found a secluded hall to commune with the Raven Queen. He set his own terms, declaring he would be her champion, not her pawn. With profound understanding, he spoke the words she longed to hear: "I forgive you." The moment he did, the rot on his arm dissolved. His old weapon, Bloodletter's shadow, dissipated, and he knew the true sword awaited him. Malachi returned to the atrium, and before the silent vampire court, drew Bloodletter from the crystal, its true power finally in his hands.
For 5 days and nights, beneath the shimmering quartz halls of Lhorus's fortress, you prepare. The Woven Fates have become more than honored guests in this place. They are now part of its final defense. Samael the Eternal gathers his army just beyond the outer tunnels. Each night, their shrieks echo faintly through the crystal chambers, a rising tide of bloodlust that signals what is to come. He has waited decades to break Lhorus, to reclaim the final resting place of Bloodletter from an ally turned traitor to all of their kind. And now, at last, he believes the moment has come. But so do you. Through a mix of strategy, sorcery, and sheer will, you've spent your time wisely, turning a gilded throne room into a battlefield poised to bite back. Here's what you've prepared. Scattered health potions. You've hidden 3 potions throughout this room. Should any one of you fall below half health, you can trigger 1, no action required. You trigger this, everything, 2 other people have to do it at the same time. So kind of strategy, it's like a moment of being open when that person triggers 2 more. So all 3 get used at once.
Is that an action, bonus action?
Nope, just trigger it.
Okay.
Same for like all of these. And they heal 4d4 plus 4. There is an alchemist's fire trap, a rune-inscribed pressure plate that waits for Samael to cross it. And there's a violent eruption of alchemist's fire, which will slow him down. His first attack will have disadvantage, and he will immediately lose one of his legendary resistances. There is a crystalline collapse point. 1 rose quartz pillar has been hollowed and rigged to fall with a single this isn't technically an action. You can bring down the pillar in a 15-foot cone, so it will fall and hit. Enemies will have to make a dex save or take force damage and be knocked prone. It can only be used once. All of these can only be used once. You can trigger an ambush from the shadows. Lhorus has, there will be vampires. This is going to be an all-out battle, so you would kind of trigger a signal that will cause a handful of vampire thralls to strike, and they'll leap down, and it will grant all of you advantage on attacks for that one round. Or tethered stakes. 3 floor tiles have spring-loaded silver stakes. You can trigger for the stakes to be let loose, and so one person can trigger this for whoever's attacking them, and there has to be a dex save, or they take 4d10 piercing damage and become restrained. These measures are not foolproof, but they may turn the tide. Now, in the quiet before the storm, you find yourselves with a few final hours. Hums haul with tension, vampires line the galleries. Lhorus is watching the entryway, pale hands folded atop his sword. Somewhere out there, Samael stalks ever closer. In the days and nights leading up to this battle, is there anything that your woven fates would have done? Any scenes to play out? A word with Lhorus, with each other? Prayers, drinks, letters?
I was going to ask if Iolite could try using the sending stone to reach Desi.
Sure.
How do I do that?
It just
Do I
works.
have to roll for it? Oh, it just
no,
works.
the sending
okay.
stone just works. Yeah.
Oh, hey, yeah, this went through. I wasn't sure if it would. Hey, I hope you're doing okay and that you made it back to the assembly. Guess I just wanted to say, hey, miss you. I'm sure I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
The sending stone works in that you can, send a message one way and then they can reply. And
Are there red receipts?
It's just dot, dot, dot. The 3 dots on the stone.
I'd say there's probably a good 15 minutes that pass after you send that message out. But you do hear the familiar voice of your dear friend, Des Dear, who replies, "Hey, it's great to hear your voice. I'm still alive. You're still alive. This is great. I'm actually almost back home already. Stroke of luck. You sound good. Thanks for sending me a message. I wasn't sure if you would. Maybe send me another one tomorrow?" It just trails off.
Can you only do it once a day?
Once a day on this particular one.
I'm surprised it got through the interference of the wall and the rock.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's a good stone.
It's
More
must
you
have
did a good
AT
job on
ye
it.
old TNT or something.
There's a lot of towers.
A lot of towers in
Under
between
there.
Divenia and the assembly.
Would she have done that on the last day?
Yes, I
Okay.
think in kind of thinking about the following day, she would have.
His voice sounded healthy and sure. So you can feel at least a sense of relief having gotten a message back that he is He's all right. And interesting, you don't know exactly what almost home means in terms of proximity, because you are very far away currently. But he had to have come into some pretty decent luck to be almost home.
It ended with, really, stop kissing. I'm on the phone. Just give me a minute.
Rude.
All right.
Probably the next night after Kai received Bloodletter, he would want to go and speak with Kethra.
Okay.
Just like come over to the room.
What?
Can I have a minute, Keth?
All right. What's up?
Well, there was something I wanted you to have with Samael and the others coming. It might help keep you safe. And he's going to reach into his jacket and he's going to pull out a flask with holy water. It'll work against things that are undead.
What is it?
It's holy water.
Again, what is it?
Because it burns your skin.
Kethra's not evil. She's just a bitch. What does it do?
Just water that's been blessed.
Blessed by who?
Some cleric, religious person.
And that's a weapon against them?
Yes.
This vampire stuff makes no sense.
Things that defy death rarely do.
So it's like basically holy juice is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Just chuck it at him or something?
Yes.
Can I just throw fire at him?
That will pack a bit more punch against them.
All right. I'll just stick it in her shirt. All right.
There's something else I want to tell you.
What?
I've formalized my commitment with the Raven Queen.
Congratulations.
And he's gonna raise his sleeve. She took it away.
So she did. How?
Who knows how the gods do what they do?
What does it mean that you finalized your relationship with the Raven Queen? What does that entail for you?
When she needs something of me, she will call.
Are you okay with that?
I am. It's not a blind loyalty. But
There's always a but.
it just means that we came to an understanding. She gets what she wants. Dagon able to pass. Perhaps when I do.
I'm a simple person. I don't understand a lot of things that are going on. But I trust you. If that's what you say is right for you, you're the only one who knows.
But I told her we have to finish what we started here. We have to get rid of the rot.
Is she, like, willing to help with that?
Well, keeping me alive certainly helps.
True. Very
But
true.
the gods don't usually like to directly involve themselves.
Gods, fickle beasts, sit on their lofty perches and just make decisions about when they want to intervene versus when they don't.
I've come to see that they're not as perfect as people like to believe they are.
Is anyone?
Evidently not.
Something I never understood. Everyone thought that gods were these perfect beings. That doesn't make sense.
Things rarely ever make sense.
So you're okay with all of this?
I am.
That's what matters. I have a question for you. Actually, a few.
Anything.
How are you doing after meeting your dad?
You know, until a little while ago, I thought I knew everything. And then my life got turned upside down. It's strange, I just met him, but it's like I've always known him, even before the visions.
Trust me, I get that. I know what you mean. But on another note, how does a vampire have a kid? I thought that was like, I don't know shit about vampires, but I thought that was like just like a no.
Apparently, the Raven Queen had a hand in that.
What? The fuck are you talking about? What do you mean she had a hand in it?
The
You're not
gods can bend rules that are normally not common.
So she's gonna intervene when it's time to knock someone up, but no, let people die, fuck them. Really? Oh, this is... So you were conceived by... I'm sure he can probably hear this, but you were conceived by an undead man.
Yes.
But that doesn't make any sense. How is your sister not a vampire? She got a different daddy or something?
Normally,
I'm gonna wait to ask that question for like 2 years. I wasn't gonna bring it up until the right time.
Once thought of that.
from what I've heard, there are two types of twins. Those that look identical. The ones who are identical started as one.
Yes.
And those who are not were two separate beings. So, it's possible that we have separate fathers with the same mother.
Go mama. Good for her.
Maybe it's recessive.
Like, 2 dudes? That's like a lot. But good for her. Good for her. But anyway.
Are you calling my mother a whore?
You calling my dead mother a whore?
Don't kill another girlfriend, please.
That's the one to be like, own your hoe, honey, and it's okay to be a hoe. It's okay. Right, that was just a question I had for a while. especially after learning that your dad's a vampire and you're kind of a vampire and she's not. That made no goddamn sense. But anyway.
Very little in this world ever makes sense. I mean, you can turn into a bear, can't you?
And that's not the most fucked up shit. I will say, though, congratulations. You have a more fucked up family than I do. I feel normal around you. Thanks, Kai.
Let me break the illusion. Nobility is usually more screwed up than you think.
Apparently. Questionable choices. But, like I said, we'll have all these conversations about all these ins and outs of, not all the ins and outs, but of that kind of stuff. But what do I need to know to kill these son of a bitches? How do they die?
Well,
And how do I not die?
a really good place to juxtaposition a cut to you all sitting around a dinner table. One of many that you had with Lhorus, where we'll say it's like 2 or 3 nights in, not the night before. And Lhorus is sitting, the halls of his fortress have changed in the days that you've been there. The smells are a lot more amenable to what humanoids who are living like. Cooked foods, meats. You do try to ignore the occasional screams of humans. Or, as you have seen now and again, a thrall who's like being dragged down the hall. It's screaming and yelling things. You're not entirely sure, but definitely
Those are like newborn vampires, right? Like they just got bit.
they are. There's a variety, but they're usually like in the process of some kind of transition, or they didn't handle the transition well. There's all manner of things that Lhorus explains to you, as of course.
So does he have like a room of just people down here they feed on?
So
roll an investigation check.
Lhorus,
15.
Don't go in the pantry.
he is happy to explain all of it to you all. So he
We're
does
all gonna
say,
die anyways.
It's okay, you get to know that.
You all
I'll be dead by next year. I'll be dead in a few days.
He wants you to be comfortable, but as uncomfortable as you will continue to be, because despite his best efforts, this is a vampire kingdom of sorts. This is a region, and so you hear sounds and watch things or hear them. He tries to keep it out of your vision, but you're not going to be able to avoid the smells and the sounds and the yells. They haven't been able to capture folks because they're essentially under siege, which is why he has looked so gaunt since you met him. And they're not able to like replenish the folks that they've lost. But not only that, they are now stuck kind of feeding on the people that they've had. And a lot of those folks are willing, but there are some that are not, and those are kept elsewhere. And because they're running out, they're not able to keep them all alive either. They're not going to feed on them in front of you, but you do at least once hear the screaming of someone down a hall going, "No, no!" And then like the closing of a door, and Lhorus looks in, and I imagine Ayla as you were looking out the doorway.
Very large, wide eyes.
Yes. Lhorus says,
Oh, it's nothing.
I apologize that you are...
I could see further down the hallway than like you.
that you are being exposed to this, but it is how we stay alive, and we all have our ways of surviving.
Yeah, sure.
You see Kethra go, there's like not a chance I'm going to end up on the fucking menu, right?
No. Not a chance.
It's like
Not.
Looney Tunes. Like when they would look at Bugs Bunny, turn into like a chicken wing. So.
Not while I remain. I can assure you of that.
They don't like to feed on feline, right?
He looks at
Nix's head just
Nix.
pops out. Like it's like all you see is this. Like, I don't want to leave her bag.
I cannot speak for Samael's troop. However, Feyblood is quite sought after.
If anybody of your group tries to touch him, anyone tries to touch him, this isn't a threat, it's just fact. I will go fucking nuclear. Nobody touches him. Any of your people touch him. I need your word on.
The only way that would happen is if I am no longer here and my word no longer means anything.
If anyone doesn't listen to you, you cannot be pissed at me when I serve you back their head.
It won't be necessary.
Glad we understood that.
As I said, you are my guests. But Samael does not. If anything, it makes you more of a target. I'll just... being frank.
How do we kill him?
Well, he looks off in this long, beautifully decorated dining hall that you're all sitting in with these kind of rose hues coming from the crystals in the walls, and nods slightly to each of like his butlers, the humans that are clearly they are there and willing, or at least as far as you can tell, participants in allowing themselves to be fed upon, and they have been cooking and helping with all of the human related needs, as they are still human. There just haven't been as many or needing to cook as extravagantly as Lhorus has been asking for lately. He nods to them so that they will leave the room, and so it's just you and him and Theratrix. I will not share all of the secrets of my kind with you, of course. That would be unwise. As today we are allies, of course. And I hope that that will remain in the future. However, I am also very aware that my way of life is frowned upon by those who still draw breath. And so I will not share with you how to destroy myself and everyone who I care about and I love.
I have no interest in destroying you.
You may not today. And perhaps you carry that with you forever, but they have ways of extracting knowledge from people, with or without consent. They. The crown. Any crown. So, to be safe, what I can share. We have been successful in keeping the ways in which vampires... ... very specific. We all can't cross running water. We all cannot enter a house without being invited in. We are all susceptible to the splashes of water blessed by any god. We all turn into bats. We all turn into mist.
Into bats.
These are...
And Kevin's gonna be like, I missed the bats part too.
I know, but we have shapeshifters. You turn into a star lady. I'm just like, bats, holy shit.
It's not that weird, we just didn't know.
These are untrue. Of course, there are some who cannot cross running water, and some who cannot enter unless invited, and some who can turn into bats. But there are also others who can change where their hearts are located in their bodies, so stabbing them in the chest with a stake does nothing. There are those who are perfectly safe crossing running water, but they are afraid of the holy symbol of nuclear. There are others who cannot cross a line in the sand. And then there are those, such as Samael, who have elements of tradition and nuance. Samael can only be killed in a very specific way. And for this we will need your help. He must be decapitated, and his head must be submerged in a vat of boiling wine, which we have prepared. It's behind my throne and under the stone. It must be done quickly. And we must be able to ensure that he does not see it coming. He does not know that I know this of him, but we have been doing our research for quite some time.
Could you not trick him into the sun, or put his head in the sunlight? Would that not... why spoil good wine?
Because we do not all die in the sun.
By the gods and lords.
The longer one of us lives, the more certain things do not affect us. Perhaps we become less potent and less strong, but that does not ensure that we are doomed to turn to ash and dust.
But boiling wine does the trick.
For him.
Okay.
So I would just caution you to be careful. For the younger vampires, a lot of our tricks, sunlight, holy water. But he has others.
Is fire of any use?
It's of use. But just as it is of use against you. Perhaps if he uses those that have been reanimated. But we have not seen that. He has been ravaging the countryside for a bit. He's no stranger to wasting hundreds of new thralls and spawn. He's truly insane, and hence why none of the others have been willing to collaborate with him.
Perhaps I am ignorant in these matters, but if there is this scale of warfare going on, how has the crown not come down and intervened, done something?
To what end? What is their reason to intervene?
Do they not endlessly pursue you to the death? Is that not the whole secret thing that they're about?
He smirks and leans forward slightly in his chair towards you, Ayla. And he says, "You do not believe us to be allies with the crown? In our own ways? Do you think that the crown could annihilate us if they wanted to?
I know very little of these lands.
The only thing we do know is that there are no
Vampires in Venya.
Except for all the vampires in Devenya.
The crown could not destroy us. We have been here since before they. We will be here long after they are gone. They serve us, in a way.
I see.
They could certainly try, of course, but it would be unwise. And I like to think that the ancestors of Dagon of the Dawn's Light are smarter than that. The Morning Stars are direct descendants entirely of Dagon of the Dawn's Light. And it was the Raven Queen who planted the idea of immortality in their ancestors' head. Long ago. Entirely to ensure that one day Malachi Morningstar would be born as a vessel to house my dear great friend and brother, Dagon.
So it all comes full circle.
Yes. Where she was bound was that she could not force Dagon to do anything. And so he needed to come through with love. She could not make it happen sooner, because you cannot force love.
The music. Start, please. Telling the butlers.
And what
Violins, please.
And what do the gods have except for time?
Indeed. So, no, they cannot destroy us.
Lot of time to play with families, apparently. Oh, that's really loud. I love your ice down here. It just it chimes like music.
In these few months, Ayla, you've seen the gods dabble their fingers all around us.
Dabble quite a bit more than I ever thought they dabbled.
They just like to keep it quiet. Some live inside of a mountain volcano. Some bring loved ones back. And others like to sit down for a cup of tea.
The majority of people do not interact with the gods, so there must be something special about all of you.
She's got to go, She's like, not me.
You have received quite a bit of attention.
Well, I did not get to meet the god that brought my people into existence and have tea with her.
Yet.
Yes. Maybe next week.
That is
I'll put in a good word for you. See if I can get you on the list.
Iara is not one that I would sit down with. But
I didn't have much choice, to be completely honest.
Fair. He toasts. To all of us, seeing another dawn.
Many, many more.
Ironic for a vampire to say, but yes.
He said they don't all die in the sun. Maybe he can actually go, like, to the beach.
Ooh, we might sparkle.
Blade when they put the sunscreen on.
Any other scenes?
Kai is gonna walk past Eldon to have a quick meeting with him before everything goes down. How's your arm doing? You still able to hold your bow?
I think so. Is it worse?
Your arm is notably worse. It is still just... The rot is still relegated to just the forearm area. But what you're noticing is there's definitely like a dull ache. There is a mixture of like there's the black veins, but then there almost seems to be this like kind of milky white underneath. Where like the starting point, that central area is, there's like little tiny bubbles just under the skin.
Doing fine. It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's
Gross.
Doing fucking great, pal.
I wanted you to hear it from me, but... And he'll pull up his sleeve.
Aren't you a lucky duck?
Divine magic caused it. It'll take divine magic to heal it. Perhaps you should use your place as the voice of the World Dragon and speak with Vasca and Veterix.
I've tried, but he's not in a listening mood. But I have an idea of someone else I might be able to talk to. But we have to get through this first. You know what it's like having this, the things you hear.
I do.
I told Iolite that I do not want to become whatever this thing is. And she knows what to do if that time comes. But if she can't, then, well, I can't.
You have my word.
Thank you.
I said that a little too fast.
That's okay. Eldon didn't have much else to say.
Listen, if it comes
anyways.
down to it, I'll do it. Absolutely. I was just gonna say, like, give me a potion, man.
If something does happen to me, with my things, my gear, it's a brown cased leather book. I didn't tell Ayla about it because, well, sometimes she has sticky fingers.
What?
You steal one thing and it haunts you for
one
life.
High value item, and then
You never live it
never
down.
get over it.
If something happens to me, just see to it that she gets that.
I can definitely do that.
He's gonna look down at cover up his very gross arm. And he'll extend his right hand to shake Kai's hand.
And he's just gonna like hold it and he's like, don't use that arm as an excuse to do anything stupid.
Me? Never. Wouldn't dream of it.
'cause I know someone, and I'll make your afterlife a living hell.
I think that's the most.
It's very funny.
I think that's the most loving thing Kai has ever said.
I wanted to stay in character, but I couldn't. That was very funny. No, you're one to talk about doing very silly things in the moment. Necklace man.
Call out.
But no worries. We have a job to do. We'll see it through. We'll make sure your newfound papa is safe.
I'm sure he can take care of himself, but you're the best warrior in our team, so we can't lose you, not yet.
It's high praise. But no stupid risks. Understood.
Good.
Yeah, like do like a very pretend as bowing to a prince. Just because he knows Kai will get annoyed.
It's a knock on the door. It's Lhorus. Hey, son, you want to go throw the ball around?
Make up some lost time.
Come on, Pa, can we pass the old pigskin in the
I don't
backyard?
have a pigskin, I have a human skin.
We don't have any baseballs down here,
Just
but
a whole
this
human
thrall
head.
offered his testicles.
Oh no, you just tossing nuts around. My word.
The bat is a leather-wrapped femur.
All right. Any other?
I feel like we should act out our Last Supper.
If you have something that you would like to achieve with the Last Supper.
On one of the nights, Eldon would spend a lot of time with Theratrix.
Okay. You find Theratrix typically in the Great Hall because there's, decent amount of room in there, and it is a large hall. Just staring off at the crystal in the center of the room that was the altar for Bloodletter for at least, well, who knows how long. A long time. And when you approach him and ask him that question, he turns his head to look. You can see that there are always vampires in this hall.
Are they all staring at him still?
Yeah, there's a few who are staring at him. There's always like little cries of pain in here as well. Variety of reasons. Some moaning of someone off in the corner who's just going through some kind of deep, either existential crisis or...
Going through whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. It's never quiet here. Sorry. He turns his head to you. I'm not sure how I feel. This seems very grave.
Well, I think it is.
We are outnumbered and have no choice.
We're gonna have to fight our way out.
I feel confident that if the leader of the opposition is destroyed, the others will fall. But he sounds quite powerful.
This Lhorus told us as much. I'm sorry to have put you in yet another position.
I have free will.
I know. Still, I'm sorry. Regardless.
You don't have to apologize. We were bound before, and in a lot of ways I had no choice. But now I do. And this is where I belong.
I'm glad of that. Soon we'll be out of here. We'll be able to fly the skies again.
Yes, this is very claustrophobic.
I don't like it either. Kind of reminds me of Skyhome a little, with all the stone, but
The color is off.
smell. I'd much rather also hear the wind than...
Cannot see the sky. Yeah. Cry off in the distance.
than that.
How do you feel about bedding down with vampires, as they say?
Excuse
I
me?
haven't bedded down with a vampire, per se. I've been sleeping with a rock lady a couple nights.
Whoa!
He said sleeping.
We know what sleeping means.
Eldon knows what sleeping means.
A double.
Eldon could absolutely say that he's sleeping with somebody, and he means it genuinely. Like they could be like in bed like this next to each other. He's like, yeah, I slept with her. What about it? What's the big deal? It's not a big deal. I sleep with a lot of people. I've slept with people going all the way back.
Brothers, sisters?
No. He used to sleep with my mother all the goddamn time when I was a child.
Slept in a whole room, boys.
Yeah.
Cute Kethra getting up and walking away.
I thought it was in a weird fucking family. Ketra's like, I thought I was a weird family.
I'm more normal than I thought. Bye.
You do not have any moral quandary with the circumstances that we find ourselves in?
Oh, I don't like it. Morally, yes, I am against it. But pragmatism sometimes has to take over.
He scans the room as there are eyes blinking from high up in the darkness of the ceiling and off to the sides. And
Sorry.
the smell within is like trying to be clean, but also it's easy for it to get away from them, as they don't need to breathe unless they're trying to speak to each other, and some of them appear to have the ability to speak without moving their lips. So after this battle, should we all survive, you could see yourself on the other end of the sword or the bow against these creatures one day. Allies today.
Enemies tomorrow.
How would the villagers know or feel knowing that you have helped these individuals survive instead of allowing them to kill each other and themselves? For them to wreak havoc tomorrow and the next day.
I find it kind of mostly irrelevant, to be honest. Not the villagers' concerns. My considerations aren't about the vampires themselves. Not even Lhorus, although he's been as good a host as I suppose one could be. And he is, of course, Kai's father. I'm worried about us, our group, our friends. And to take any other stance at this moment, I think, would just spell our death. But if we make allies with these vampires here now, we can escape, live to fight another day. All that worry about friends or enemies tomorrow means nothing if we die here.
He nods slightly. Big eyes like blinking.
Fine. Right, Dad.
Pyrothorn told me you would say something similar.
He's been talking to you about a lot of things, hasn't he?
We speak frequently. Every evening.
Something to remember is that he's very big and very powerful.
Yes.
But he's not as old or as wise as you think, or as he thinks. He's the size and the power of a very, very large old dragon. But he and Zurok, they are not old or ancient. Older than us, absolutely. Jaded by a lifetime of searching and fighting and killing, absolutely. But wise? Not yet.
He leans back a little bit and like stretches out his wings, which go probably tip to tip 12 feet at least, and then like pulls them back in and looks around
Is
again.
that the yawn of a bored teenager? He's like, I don't want to hear what you have to say.
Listen, also, if there are tricks you can't believe everybody online, it could not even be Pyrothorin. It could be someone else trying to trick you.
Oh, he's a screen kid. I gotta get him off the Roblox. Gotta get him off the Minecraft. Damn it.
Our first order of business is to survive. There will be time to speak after.
I'm ready when you are.
Any other scenes?
We're in
Ayla.
like the ladies' room,
Ayla and Iolite.
and Kethra could be there too if she wants. I don't know where we did. Where the I don't remember what the room situation was. If it was like the girls
Whatever
in one
you
room
want.
and the guys in another room, if everybody had their own room.
It really doesn't matter. It's like whatever you want.
All right.
Eldon slept in the girls' room at one point because the last session.
You could all have your own rooms.
Do we have a scrunchie on the
you
door?
tell.
Just
You
kidding.
let me know.
We were saying putting scrunchie on a door last week.
Oh yeah.
Right?
So maybe you guys did shit. Maybe you guys took a long walk.
Yeah, we got kicked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's a huge castle
on the
under
bed,
ground.
and she's doing Iolite's braiding her hair. She's a mage hand, so she's got 3 hands doing the braids.
The third hand's holding Isla's drink.
Oddly enough, no drink, because
Because she has a hat with cans in it.
it's just the
horns.
curly straws.
It's the horns.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah. 'Cause do her horns come? They go back.
They
Or
like
forward?
swoop like this.
Oh, so you need to have like rams, like you know how they have the ram's horn type? That's the straw. It's like a little.
She's so. This is a lovely place, ticking down to hour 0. You have been spending a lot of time sleeping in other places with certain Eldons.
And Kethra is gonna be there. She's gonna go because there's another elf.
Oh, that made me pull something out.
Gonna go.
Vampire walks by. He's like, "Someone call me."
I'm Eldon. I am also Eldon.
Eldon with 2
Kevin's gonna go.
E's.
They've all got their
Iolite.
license plates. That's it.
Eldon.
She's like, good for you.
Sleeping, yes.
I mean, I know the euphemism. You don't have to be coy here.
No, we're not. It's not like that.
So, we have all seen this blossom as the months have dragged on. I see you blushing.
What?
I'm behind her. Forgot.
Still
I'm behind
say
you.
it. Doesn't
Still
mean it's
says
true.
it.
I do like the idea of the mage hand doing like a this. I see you blushing.
Her glow turns a little pink. She's like, what are you talking about?
Such a good idea. I love that.
It is good. It is good. It is good to see. It is good to see that joy.
It has been nice. But I'm really worried about him.
Oh, the vampires.
The rot.
Oh yes. Yes. I'm sure we'll get that worked out right after we kill all these vampires.
I don't know, it's gotten worse.
Well, I haven't looked at it.
I have.
You can smell it. There's a little faint, an odor.
A bit of funk coming from
There's
it.
a little bit.
It's like when you're behind a garbage truck.
God damn it! You can't get away
Dead in
from
the
the
walls,
smells.
and you're like,
Eldon has been the
More
smelly guy
smells.
this whole time.
oh no.
But he's gotten used to it, so he doesn't even know.
Hey guys.
Even the vampires clear out of the kitchen when he goes in for a
Eldon's
drink.
walk by air is real bad. His walk by air is awful. Sorry, Eldon.
Is it that bad?
No, it's not that. It's a very faint. It's like because he keeps it covered and whatnot.
There's a
She
little,
kisses him and puts a pillow specifically over his arm. She's like, don't move.
a little sprig of lavender under it.
Every time Eldon enters the bedroom nonchalantly, she starts lighting the incense. Oh, she's getting ready for bed.
Can't go to sleep without calming. And so the lavender. You would think that he would ask the dragon god he woke up to get rid of it.
I think he tried, or Theragix tried. The dragon god's not listening.
It's
Ungrateful, how gods can be.
apparently so. I would not stop every single day. I would be calling that god and get rid of this.
Persistence.
Yes, every
Yeah.
day. You
Maybe
should
they can
probably work on
escalate
that.
it to a higher god.
That is true. We should find a shrine and see if a different, better god will clear it.
You know what? If the vampires don't get us and kill us all, I think that's a great next step.
You keep bringing that. You're being far too pessimistic on this. We will be fine. We'll be fine. We have this all day.
I do love your optimism.
Well, that is what I'm here for. And we have pessimist.
Yeah, I heard that.
You are right
Theragix.
over there, yes.
Theragix is kind of a
a
realist, I
realist.
guess.
I'm a realist.
Is Eldon the only optimist out of this whole group?
I was.
So
Different takes
thinking on the bright side of life.
You two are carrying all the optimism for the entire party.
Yes. No. We will be fine. We will get through this. We have fought gods and raised gods and been blessed by gods and had tea with gods. What is a horde of vampires?
Right. Nothing. We got it. Then we'll befriend another
Do you not
god.
agree?
Sure.
We'll take it.
Kethra, you see in your mind's eye as Ayla says that a little flash of the god Shabaz's eye trying to squeeze its way through that rift as you all fought the cultists, and then this shadow that keeps plaguing your visions of a large hill of screaming mouths and multiple faces blended into one. Yeah, there's gods. You've seen plenty of them.
They're not all good. If we survive this, it's... If we do survive this, it's not like it's the end anyway.
See, optimism. We have converted one.
She's gonna go, optimism. Sure. Sure.
Evening blood. evening blood.
Turn down
Oh,
service.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, this was an order for Eldon with 2 E's.
What's wrong? And that was your last evening of peace.
That
My
night,
hair's
as
gonna look
Kethra
nice.
is in bed with Nick, she's gonna have a little conversation with him and say, "I'm sorry, buddy. Before this begins, I have to send you back. It's not safe for you." If I survive it, the first thing I do will be to bring you back. If I don't bring you back, you know I didn't make it. But I love you. And she's gonna spend that night cuddled up with him, and then before the battle begins, she'll send him.
I was so hoping that you were gonna be like, "I love you too," and he could talk this whole no, and then
Yeah,
he could talk this whole time.
Nyx has been
Human male voice. I love you.
Yeah, it's like
Kethra.
it
Thank
was
you.
as familiar as like I'm the only one who can hear him.
Yeah, Nyx
So
has
it's like
been
I've always
with
said, I'm like, I
Kethra.
just wish I could make Nyx talk once because I've always wanted a conversation between Nyx and Theratrix.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, that can be like a write-up. We can do like a
Nyx and Theratrix
Well, I
little
mean,
conversation.
technically, Ayla has the spell tongues.
I don't think I have a cast right now.
Well, after the battle, we'll add it on
Battle.
our
They
to-do
can have a
list.
little, they can have a little
And then
bro
Megan
moment.
is
They can have a little bromance.
As you stand in your room, the suns, although you all have not been able to see them, that's been the most disorienting part, really, is there's an area where you can go higher up to watch the sunrise or sunset, but it doesn't cast any direct light into the chambers below. And as the suns are setting on that final day, where every night and even during the day, it's not as if it's only vampires. Samael and all of the vampire clans and houses would have humans that work for them and are out, and beyond that, not just humans, humanoids, generally speaking, who are watching. And so you can hear the sounds of various animals, or like the hollering, or those intimidation tactics that people use to make sure that you know that they're still out there. They're not trying to pretend that they are not laying siege on this fortress.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, like, is one of those moments where nature just goes dead silent, like a mute button was turned on.
So as you are sitting watching that final as you're sitting watching that final sunset, knowing that the army of undead to fight this army of undead inside are waiting. Just the kind of silhouette of Nyx in this room. The sun's off in the distance, slowly descending beyond your vision, and the sky is all of the colors. Oranges and pinks and blues, purples, all melting into each other. The one thing that stands out, Ina and Yol are the woven suns, but they are very different in many ways. Ina is large and gives off this orange yellow color, and Yol is much smaller but so much brighter, and the light that it gives off has a white, but sometimes it almost looks like it's got this blue undertone. And with these suns, the first sun that you all see in the mornings, if you are able and lucky enough to see a sunrise, is Yol. And it is bright and small, but it is the dawn's light. And when the sun's set, Yol remains several seconds, many seconds longer, a minute maybe longer than Ina does. And so as that kind of white light fades off in the background and you wave your hand one final time here to send Nyx where Nyx would go, however, hurt by vampires if they were to grab him. At least in this way, you have control over him leaving. And he just fades into the sparkles of light as the last bits of Yol's white rays dip below the horizon.
And as soon as Nyx is gone, not that anyone's in the room with her, but she would hit her knees and sob. It was the first time she's been apart from him.
And as your cries silently holding them in as much as you can, there's a moment where you almost like want to take a deep breath and let out like a scream, but even as you go to do so, you hear a scream. Many screams that start to echo outside and around this area, coming up through the halls. And you know that
It's begun.
it has begun.